Welcome to the deep dive. We're your shortcut to understanding the big shifts happening around us, and today we're plunging into, well, maybe the most powerful transformation in how we work right now. It's not just, AI doing simple tasks. It's really about redefining what one person can actually achieve. Productivity on a whole new level.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not just talk. There's this pretty striking prediction from Dario Amodei. He's the CEO of Anthropic. He basically said a billion-dollar company could maybe be run by just one or two people, possibly even next year, all because of AI.
Wow. One or two people. That
Yeah,
sounds extreme.
it does sound extreme, yeah.
Yeah.
But it really highlights this trend, We're moving into a time where effectively each of us can become the CEO of our own work, managing our own output in a totally new way.
Okay, so what does that actually mean for you listening right now? Our mission here is to unpack how these cutting-edge AI tools let individuals do so much more, way more, in the same amount of time, and crucially, what new skills does this demand, and how can you harness this shift? Think of this as your guide to building and leading your own personal team of AI assistants. All right, let's get into it. So, just thinking back a bit, not long ago, if you had a really complex project, developing a product, a big marketing campaign, it meant getting lots of specialists involved, different departments maybe. How are these new AI systems changing that? Are we really moving past just like simple tools?
Right, the big shift, the really key thing is AI moving from being just a passive helper, waiting for commands, to being an active collaborator.
Mhm.
Almost autonomous, we call it agentic AI. And the important part is these aren't just tools spitting out one thing, like an email draft. They can actually take a high-level goal and work towards it, execute whole projects, start to finish.
Okay, that does sound revolutionary. But can you give us some solid examples? Because executing entire projects, that's a big claim.
Absolutely. And yeah, it's a leap. So we all know about things like ChatGPT or Copilot for like drafting stuff, writing code snippets, analyzing data. But agentic AI goes way beyond that. Think about AutoGPT. It's still experimental, sure, but the concept is powerful. You give it a big goal, right? And it can literally uh, create and coordinate a diverse team of autonomous AI agents to work on it together.
A team of AIs.
Yeah, exactly. It breaks the big job down into smaller pieces, spins up these specialized AIs for each bit, and then pulls the results together. It's kind of like having this instant army of interns and specialists, but they're all managed by the AI itself.
Wow. So not just one assistant, but a whole coordinated crew. Are companies actually using this stuff now?
They are. Yeah, it's moving fast. Salesforce, for example, their platform now lets users deploy AI agents. They can simulate things like a product launch or run marketing campaigns with, you know, pretty minimal human input needed during the process. Or think customer service. AI agents are starting to handle entire interactions, talking to customers, processing payments, checking fraud, arranging shipping, all autonomously. And then there's that Goldman Sachs pilot with Devin, this AI software engineer. It's not just writing basic code. The key thing is, it can reason through complex debugging. It learns from its mistakes. Needs very little human hand-holding. Goldman's tech chief actually called Devin our new employee. That tells you a lot about how they see its capability. It's proactive.
A new employee.
Wow.
Wow. Those efficiency gains sound massive. What does that do to like team structures, workflows, when one person can do that much more?
It's a profound jump in what one person can do. Mike Krieger, co-founder of Instagram, he's at Anthropic now. He mentioned that something like 90% of the code for their model, Quad, is actually written by AI now. And he built this prototype recently. With AI, it took him 25 minutes. Normally, he said, it would take it about 6 hours.
25 minutes versus 6 hours, that's huge.
It's huge. These aren't just small improvements. They really redefine the scope of individual accomplishment.
Okay, so if the AI agents are doing more of the, let's call it busy work, the repetitive stuff,
Yeah.
what's left for us humans? Is there a risk we feel, I don't know, de-skilled, less connected? How do we stay central to the process?
That's a really important point. Our role fundamentally shifts. We move from being the ones doing the task to the ones orchestrating the task, guiding it. The people who thrive will be those who can step back, see the whole picture, and direct their AI tools effectively. Give clear instructions. Basically, every employee, to some extent, needs to start thinking like a manager or a project lead, setting the vision, defining the strategy, making sure it gets done right.
So becoming a sort of mini CEO of your own work domain.
Pretty much, yeah. It's about elevating your contribution beyond just execution.
And are leaders in big companies actually seeing this happen already?
Oh, definitely. Marco Argenti, the CIO at Goldman Sachs, he put it quite clearly. He said, engineers now need to be able to describe problems in a coherent way and turn it into prompts.
Hmm.
And then, crucially, be able to supervise the work of those AI agents. So communicating goals well, delegating tasks even to AIs, and then reviewing the output critically. These skills are becoming just as vital as the old technical skills, maybe more so.
Okay, so if AI takes on more of the technical heavy lifting, what skills, the uniquely human skills, become even more valuable?
Right, and looking at the bigger picture, the World Economic Forum did some analysis on this. They found that as companies figure out what AI can do, they paradoxically start valuing more what it can't do. Those uniquely human things, critical thinking, creativity, emotional intelligence, real leadership, that's where humans shine and make the difference.
That makes sense. But is there still a new sort of baseline technical skill everyone needs? Like, back in the day, you had to learn how to use the internet.
Yes, absolutely. AI literacy, or maybe you've heard prompt engineering, it's fast becoming essential, non-negotiable almost. The data shows it. LinkedIn members adding AI skills, up 177% since just 2023. And hiring managers, over half say they'd pass on someone who lacks basic AI literacy now.
Over half. Wow.
Yeah, so it's really becoming like the basic internet skills were in the 2000s.
Yeah.
You just need to know how to use these tools effectively. But the real stars, the ones who truly excel, will be those who combine that tool proficiency with that big picture thinking and those human skills we just talked about.
Okay, so this idea of an AI team managed by one person, how does that actually play out day to day? Can we get specific across different jobs?
Yeah, let's make it concrete. Think about marketing. A marketer could become like a mini CEO for running campaigns. They'd use AI agents to, say, analyze market data, generate tons of ad variations, automate the A/B testing, manage budget allocation. Their job shifts entirely to setting the overall strategy, the vision, and guiding the AI team. Salesforce's CEO even calls these agents a digital workforce.
The digital workforce.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's the human benefit there beyond just efficiency?
Well, think about the mental space it frees up.
Yeah.
Instead of being bogged down in the weeds of execution and data crunching, the marketer can actually think bigger, explore more creative, maybe riskier campaign ideas that they just didn't have the bandwidth for before. Creativity gets unleashed.
Right. Freeing up that cognitive load for higher level stuff. What about technical roles like software development? Same kind of shift. Programmers find themselves overseeing AI coders. They spend way less time writing routine, boilerplate code, and more time reviewing what the AI produces, making decisions about features, ensuring the quality is there. That Goldman Sachs example with Devin is perfect. The AI handles complex debugging, freeing up the human engineers to focus on the what and why of the software and verifying the results. They're talking potential productivity boosts of like 3x or 4x on routine tasks.
3 or 4 times.
Yeah. Or customer support. You've got AI agents handling issues end to end now, from the first chat to payment and shipping. This means the human support reps can focus on the really complex, sensitive cases where empathy is key. Their job becomes managing that boundary. When does the AI handle it? When do I need to step in? Making sure it all aligns with the company's service standards.
This really does sound like the rise of a whole new kind of professional,
Yeah.
someone not bottlenecked by their own specific skill set. It really is. We're seeing this concept of the AI generalist emerge, someone who isn't stuck in just one specialty because their AI partners let them wear multiple hats effectively. AI dramatically lowers the barrier to entry for many skills. One person can now achieve, decent competence, sometimes even high-level output in areas like design, data analysis, coding, writing, just by using the right tools.
So the person who used to struggle with Excel can now run complex analyses and maybe even mock up a design.
Pretty much, yeah. In the same afternoon, potentially. It's a staggering change. Exciting, definitely. But I can see how it might feel a bit daunting, too.
It does. Which brings us back to that underlying worry, right? The job displacement fear. People hear AI does the work and think, what about my job? What's the real take here?
It's the big question, isn't it? And yeah, AI automates tasks. But maybe the deeper way to think about it isn't just using AI like a tool. It's about reshaping how you think, how you solve problems. You offload the tactical stuff to the AI, freeing yourself up for strategic thinking. That's the core shift. Andrew Ng, the AI pioneer, had a great line. AI won't replace people, but maybe people that use AI will replace people that don't.
So it's about adapting and leveraging the tech.
Exactly. It's about gaining that exponential advantage. That prediction from Dario Amodei, the one-person
Yeah.
billion-dollar company. Okay, maybe extreme, But it highlights that those who really master working with AI, they'll be able to tackle projects that are just unthinkable or impossibly slow for others.
So it's less about being replaced by machines and more about evolving alongside them, changing how we even define work.
Precisely. And history has echoes here, right? Think about accountants in the 80s who refused to use spreadsheets. Or marketers, maybe in the early 2000s, who ignored the internet. Those who just clung to the old ways, they got left behind. The market rewards adaptation. It always has.
And it feels like the need to adapt to get AI proficient is speeding up incredibly fast now, not just a slow burn.
It really is accelerating. That LinkedIn and World Economic Forum report. Professionals adding AI skills more than doubling. Over half of hiring managers passing on candidates without basic AI literacy. The advantage is real, and it's growing fast. The message seems pretty clear. AI skills are shifting rapidly from, nice to have to absolutely must have for your career.
That's a strong wake-up call. But is there maybe a surprising upside to this? Does AI taking over routine tasks actually make our jobs more human in some ways?
That's a really key insight, I think. Yes, the rise of AI could absolutely make those soft skills, the human skills, even more critical. When routine stuff is automated, what differentiates you? It's your leadership, your creativity, how you communicate, your strategic thinking. Your AI might spit out 10 project ideas, but it takes human judgment, empathy, understanding the context behind the data to pick the right one, or to navigate the team dynamics. So AI isn't just wiping out jobs, it's reshaping them. We're heading towards these hybrid workforces, humans and AIs collaborating. And the data shows employees are actually keen to use AI. Leaders just need to embrace it, provide the tools and training. It's definitely not too late to become that AI-powered version of yourself, but it is getting too late to just ignore this massive shift.
That's a really powerful call to action. Okay, so for everyone listening, how do they actually start? How do you begin using AI effectively and building up these CEO-like skills? Where do you begin leading your own AI swarm starting today?
Right. It starts with a mindset shift, then some practical steps. You don't have to boil the ocean. First, maybe do a quick audit of your own work. Where are the repetitive bits, the data-heavy tasks, the things that follow a formula? Pinpoint where an AI teammate could realistically save you time or maybe improve the quality of your output right now.
Okay, so find those initial opportunities, the low-hanging fruit. Then what?
Second, start experimenting. Just get your hands dirty. Try out some relevant generative AI tools. If you're in marketing, play with content generation AI. If you code, try GitHub Copilot, or look into what Devin does. Even just chatting with ChatGPT or trying AutoGPT can open your eyes. The goal isn't instant mastery. It's just getting familiar, getting a feel for what they can and can't do.
Makes sense. Just start using them.
Third, practice giving clear instructions. This is that prompting skill. Work on being specific. Iterate if you don't get what you want. Think of it like briefing a junior team member. You need context, desired outcomes. So instead of just research market trends, try summarize the top 5 e-commerce trends from recent industry reports, focusing on opportunities for small businesses. See the difference?
Yeah, much more specific, like giving a proper directive. What about that leadership piece?
All right. Fourth, start flexing those management muscles. Think like a project lead for your AI tools. Set clear goals for what you want the AI to achieve. Map out a basic strategy. What part will you do? What part will the AI do? And then critically review the output. Check facts, refine the tone, make sure it meets the quality standard. This oversight and refinement loop is you acting as the manager.
Okay, managing the AI's work.
And finally,
Number 5, because the space changes so fast, stay curious and keep learning. Make it a habit. Follow some reputable sources, MIT Tech Review, Harvard Business Review, maybe McKinsey's tech reports. Just keep tabs on what's new. Continuous learning is absolutely key here. And check if your employer offers any training or look at online platforms. That's a great checklist. And it really shifts the perspective, doesn't it? AI isn't the threat, it's the toolkit, the extension of your own abilities, your personal team just waiting for you to lead it. So the bottom line seems clear. The age of AI is definitely here. And it really is turning individuals into potential one-person powerhouses. You can embrace this, you can learn to lead your own AI swarm effectively, and you can probably achieve way more than you ever thought possible before.
absolutely. And the core message from all this research is pretty direct. AI itself probably won't take your opportunity away. But failing to adapt to working with AI, that just might. The professionals who really lean in, who thoughtfully weave AI into how they work, they're going to be the ones setting the pace, defining the new standards for productivity, for creativity. The train of innovation. It's already left the station. Now is really the time to get on board and figure out your own path in this AI-powered future.
A powerful final thought. And maybe something for you to chew on. If your job shifted tomorrow, so you were primarily managing a team of AI agents, what completely new strategic challenges or big opportunities would you suddenly have the time and brain power to tackle? Things that feel impossible today. Think about that.